Picture this. You love her more than anything. You text her first every morning. You remember every small detail she mentions. You sacrifice your comfort just to make her smile. And slowly, you start noticing the shift. Her replies get shorter. Her voice sounds colder. She laughs a little less when she's around you. You thought love was the glue that holds everything together. But what you're about to realize, my friend, is that the more you love her, the less she respects you. Because in her world, love and respect are not born from the same seed. You were taught that giving endlessly earns devotion. She was wired to admire only what cannot be fully owned. Every woman, whether she admits it or not, is drawn to power, not sentiment, not the words you say, but the energy you radiate. From an evolutionary lens, she's programmed to seek protection, stability, dominance. Her ancestors survived by selecting the strongest, the most capable, not the most emotional. It's not cruelty, it's biology. Love for her was never meant to be soft. It's an instinctive response to strength, physical, emotional, and social. When you become predictable, overly available, emotionally exposed, you strip away the very signal her brain evolved to respect. Your constant affection triggers safety, but not desire, because her subconscious doesn't crave comfort. It craves the edge. Here's how it works psychologically. Step 1. You overinvest. You give more than she asked for. Your brain releases dopamine. You feel rewarded for her attention. Step 2. She feels secure. The uncertainty is gone. Her brain, wired for novelty, begins to downregulate dopamine response. It's the same mechanism that makes a drug lose its effect after repeated use. Familiarity kills the chemical high. Step 3. She starts to withdraw, not consciously, but chemically. Her nervous system recalibrates. She no longer feels that electric tension, the polarity that once drew her in. And that's when you start to panic. You double down on effort, trying to buy back her affection with more affection. But what you don't realize is that the transaction was emotional suicide from the start. She doesn't hate you. She just can't feel you anymore. You'll notice it in the little things first. She stops asking where you are. She doesn't hold your gaze the same way. She laughs at other people's jokes, but not yours. She starts saying, "You're too nice," as if kindness were a flaw. Then the arguments begin. Small things turn into friction. She nitpicks your words, your tone, your effort. You start feeling invisible in your own relationship. Case study number 1. A man spends months trying to prove his devotion. Flowers, dinners, texts. She leaves him for the man who barely notices her. Case study number 2. Another man pulls back, stops explaining himself, focuses on his purpose. She starts texting him again, asking why he's distant. The lesson? Women aren't attracted to comfort. They're addicted to emotional movement. They need to feel your gravity, not your availability. And the moment you give up your center, she loses hers. You were never supposed to win this game. Society programmed you to believe that real men are soft, endlessly understanding, and emotionally naked. They told you to share everything, to cry, to overcommunicate, to prove your love through vulnerability. But here's the trap. You became safe, predictable, and in her world, safe means forgettable. Modern feminism glorified emotional openness, but punishes masculine dominance. Media replaced strength with sensitivity and sold weakness as virtue. You were told to surrender your edge so they could control you through shame. And now, when you finally act strong, they call it toxic. When you hold your ground, they say you're cold. They've redefined masculinity as a disease, because a man who can't stand alone can be controlled. You try harder, you text more, you beg silently through your kindness, and she only drifts further. She's already mourning the man you used to be, the one who didn't worship her, the one who had direction. Now you've become her comfort zone, not her conquest. Every unanswered text feels like a punch to the soul. Every "I'm just busy" is a quiet funeral for your dignity. You start to lose yourself trying to win her back, not realizing she's gone because you lost yourself first. The collapse doesn't happen in a single night. It dies quietly, in routines, in over-explanations, in the moments you apologize just to keep the peace. By the time you wake up, you're a ghost in your own story. Here's the truth no one wants to tell you. Love without boundaries breeds contempt. Every woman desires to feel safe, but she can only respect the man who can walk away. When she realizes you'd never leave, she stops fearing your loss. And once she stops fearing your loss, she stops valuing your presence. She didn't fall out of love, brother. She fell out of awe, because you turned yourself into a worshiper, and no woman respects her own worshiper. So what now? You rebuild your polarity. Stop chasing her approval. Detach your worth from her validation. Withdraw your energy until it becomes sacred again. You must learn the discipline of distance, the art of emotional control. When you become a man whose peace cannot be shaken, whose silence feels heavier than her words, she will feel your gravity again, not because you manipulate her, but because you return to your masculine center, the place where respect is born. Focus on purpose. Build presence. Let your love be calm, not desperate, because when your love stops seeking validation, it becomes respected again. Narrator. Final tone, resolute, brotherly. Love her, brother, but never worship her, because the moment you do, she'll forget why she ever admired you.